Oui, beaucoup.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Bol. Happy birthday Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Jai Jai. Hare Krishna, très cher dévot. Alors, c'est avec un grand plaisir, un immense plaisir pour vous dire aujourd'hui, nous pouvons faire ça Zoom là. Right? Personnellement, je suis vraiment happy aujourd'hui parce qu'aujourd'hui, nous avons besoin de la famille de His Grace Svetadvip Prabhu. Svetadvip Prabhu, a very senior devotee, right? Vraiment, I'm so inspired by him, right? Sa humilité qui est là, Prabhu, et sa dédication pour servir le mouvement de Shri Prabhupada, determined to give prasad to one and all, right? À chaque fois que Prabhu Limine Maurice, il toujours mettre l'emphase, like Harinam, Food for Life. Et aujourd'hui, nous avons besoin de ce meeting-là pour nous capables de célébrer virtuellement, at least, parce que nous pas. Prabhu, est loin de nous, mais près du cœur. Alors, nous faisons un petit get-together pour nous capables de célébrer Prabhu's 60th anniversary. So, voilà, je vous laisse maintenant the screen to you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. À nous trouver au Giridhari. Jai.
Hare Krishna, Tibandeva. S'il vous plaît, étant donné que nous avons des voix depuis Sud-Afrique aussi, on cause en anglais, on créole tous les deux. Ça va arriver. Since we have devotees from South Africa also with us, so I'll be speaking English and in our local language also. Yes. So before I start, Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prithaya Bhutale Prabhupadati Priya Sri Girirajaya Swamine Suvaktre Shastra Vigyaya Drida Sadhana Saline Radha Rasa Vihari Bhyam Bhakti Bhyas Chatman Daine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prithaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Parshat Distari Om Jnana Timirandhasya Dhyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyasya cha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shri Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Alors, mon frère, mon obéissance à tout Bandevo. Yes, I offer my humble obeisances to all dear devotees, friends, and my very dear ones. Of course, because Mauritius is a very special place in our heart, although I have been away for maybe half my life. Maybe 30 years I'm away from Mauritius. Although, yeah. So, of 15 years I spent in India and more than 15 years in South Africa. So, it's not like a celebration that we are doing as such, but we are gathering, nous sommes réunis aujourd'hui pour faire la prière. Nous avons l'occasion de faire satsang avec eux tous et que comme ça, nous sommes capables de gagner de mesriko, de blessing. Because this is what I need to continue another, I don't know, 5, 10 years of Chiza, I don't know. Because stepping in 60 means now all kinds of things will come up, bodily discomfort, and I don't know about any kind of sickness or whatever. Up to now, by all your blessings and by my spiritual master's blessing and by my parents' blessings, I'm still all right with my health issues. I'm still doing my service with a lot of enthusiasm. So, we have gathered une réunie ce soir pour que nous puissions faire la prière ensemble et que nous puissions continuer. Parce qu'il y a tant de choses, on réussit à le faire. Yeah, it's not that easy because a lot of people, they leave body even early, even in the 40s nowadays due to this coronavirus. There's so many people. So yeah, it's not a big thing. I'm not happy like for this reason. But the reason is that we are still connected very strongly in Srila Prabhupada's beautiful and wonderful movement of ISKCON society. And we have been purified and we will get more purified as we continue our devotional service and as we continue to progress in our age. So, to me, this is what in my young age I used to always and desire. That one day, because I used to read Back to Godhead, that my uncle, who is a devotee, Chandrasekhar Das Prabhu, he stays in Avenue Kelfair, Kathabon. So his wife, also my Mamu and Mami, they are initiated. They also played a very important part in my life to where I am today. Because I used to read this Back to Godhead of Srila Prabhupada those days, and I used to think, wow, will there be an opportunity when I can go and take part in this great movement that Srila Prabhupada is spreading all over the world and helping so many people and bringing them together to be like a family and serve together. That is the most beautiful thing that could happen. So time went by des jours, au fur et à mesure que les temps est passé, doucement, c'est bien difficile pour sortir de mon Chitrakoot. Frontier das, c'est encore bien difficile. Very tough to come out of Chitrakoot, Valley de Pret from the mountain area, and then to come to join Bonake. It was a not an easy task because family issues, you know very well. But one of the devotees that really played a very big part in my knowing Krishna consciousness very well and getting more understanding is Guru Gauranga Das. The young generation must know him very well. He's coming from a South Indian family. He was born, means darkish in complexion, like Krishna. But he used to wear white pant and white kurta. And he was a bit disabled. Il s'y fait boiter souvent parce qu'il y a une fois qu'il y a une attaque de pensée. Et souvent, il mangeait avec beaucoup de difficulté. Il rentre en bis, il à White House. Il prend mon bon programme. Et quand il se fait une vallée des prêtres, de loin, il commence à haute voix, Hare Krishna. Il avait un Chitrakoot Vasi qui a un peu honte pour recevoir lui. Même mes parents qui recevaient lui avec beaucoup de cœur ouvert et souvent qui s'y habillent. Et que ça l'étant là, bus UBS peut monter là-haut la montagne. Alors, le chauffeur, le contrôleur, je suis musulman, seulement je suis respect Guru Garanga beaucoup. Je prends le temps pour sortir dans le bus, et pour rentrer dans le bus, je peux attendre. So he was a wonderful soul that he came to Valley de Pret and he wandered everywhere, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And those days I didn't talk too much, I was just listening to him. My brothers and sisters, they used to ask him questions and they used to speak a lot. But myself, I used to always just listen to him. He used to ask me, "You don't speak at all?" I said, "No, I am just listening." But I was listening and making up my mind. I had to come to visit the farm and White House. So slowly, it was possible, and it became more and more. And then I came and joined in 1983, in June. It was in April. And then as I said, I'm repeating it. As Chaitanya Charitamrita, we have read so much, and we have understood from Srimad Bhagavatam that association of devotees is very important. And we have to work in a team and help each other and grow and study together, chant together, dance together in kirtan, and do a lot of service. This was a life on the farm. ISKCON Vedic farm, as we used to call Kumano Chapel, ISKCON Vedic farm. Alors, la beauté de la conscience de Krishna, ils vivent ensemble. Une petite chose qui me voulait partager encore. One more thing that I'm going to share. What is special about what was unique there on the farm, that actually built my whole Krishna consciousness and make it very strong. Especially, we are very indebted to Svetadvip Prabhu, all of us in Mauritius. And normally we see that tourists coming from Europe, from Switzerland, and they are bronzés on the La Plage, and they're spending so much money and staying in the rich hotels. But Prabhu came, he tried many places in Mauritius. And then he landed in the middle of the sugarcane field, a building that is also haunted also. And where our ancestors came from India, and they were kept by the Gora people. And then the building was completely neglected and nobody was staying there when they received a donation. So we are very blessed that Prabhu Arjun was there and Prabhu Sri Nitin. They were fully involved to develop this place. And Prabhu was a main architect there, and Prabhupada disciple. We are very indebted to both Prabhus in this whole, during my stay in Mauritius, because they worked very hard. I remember in the beginning days when our temple was at the back, between the stones, granite walls and the thatch roof, and our rooms were simple rooms. Then one day Prabhu Shaitan said, we have to start to clear the front now and break the walls and start to build. So he said, those who will join full time, it's fine, but those who are doing other service, they must come and devote 2 hours every day. The next day I saw Prabhu Shaitan, he tied his dhoti up and he was 2 hours there, although he was so busy. So we all helped. That is something very unique in Bonakai, that temple, the way it was built. And many devotees came from different parts of the country, from different Namhatas, and came to do a lot of service there. We had our builder, but it was mostly the hands of many devotees who came with love and devotion. From Bambua Namhata, Bambu Namhata, Dagochia, they were always there. From all Rivière, from Bambu, all over, from the northern areas. It was like, comment dire, l'odram pe Jiberansa c'est tout. Et que na tout a été ban dévot, Jibini pour Edli, ban singe, ban tina Hanumanji, qui peut faire gros montagne, mais tina tout a été dévot, Jibini. Comme ça, enfin, bien sûr, nous pas singe, mais nous avons des Mauriciens qui viennent venir de tout point de l'île Maurice. It's such a moment extraordinaire dans ma vie. That was one of the very good time that I spent with devotees like Mahadev. He's one of the top devotees of Mauritius. The young generation don't know him very well. This is why one day Mauritian devotee must invite him to speak a little bit. Hari Prabhu, Svetadvip Prabhu, Shamananda. That was the beginning. Then many other devotees came. It was very good. And my journey also on Padayatra was very, very unique and very, very special, because devotees there on Padayatra, they will be always very austere. They were very, very simple. We never slept under a roof for many days because we had to walk every day around India. So it was, we had to, sometimes we stayed 2-3 days. And in a year, we stayed 1 month to renovate, etc., and to visit other holy places. But the devotees were so sincere and so dedicated. It was very inspiring to be on this group. It was like an army of spiritual warriors going around India on foot, village to village, as Lord Chaitanya has predicted. Prithivite Achayatana Garigram Sarvatra Prachar Pralaparanam. So Lokanath Swami Maharaj was given the responsibility. And there also I met very, very dedicated, sincere devotees, disciples of Lokanath Swami, like Jai Vijay Prabhu, Sanak Sanatan, Harish Tadeo, with many of them. And it was very, very special. And believe me or not, on Padayatra, nobody missed ever Mangalarti. Although there was rain, there was devotees were up. And you know, Padayatra, who was up always the first, is 70 years old devotee from Gujarat, Ahmedabad. His name, Lokanath Swami gave him Vishnu Dut. So he used to wake up very clean and neat. And believe it or not, he was on Padayatra with his wife, also very old. And they stayed for many years. He used to wake up first Of course, on Padayatra, we had to take shower. Many of you know whoever goes to Parikrama. And the hand pump early morning, 3:30, 3 o'clock, or we had to go with a wet torch to look for a well, so and so. So this devotee every day was up first. And then he will do some yoga before he starts to chant. And he will wake all the brahmacharis around. Sometimes we had Mataji's also with us. So my stay on Padayatra and of course now I'm in South Africa. I'm very thankful and very indebted to the devotees who are in service with. The Lord always made arrangement for me that I am very in the middle of very good devotees, very good conscious devotees, very Krishna conscious. And somehow or other, when I came here, it was difficult, Port Elizabeth. But I met many very sincere and very dedicated souls that I'm working with. So this Food for Life that I'm doing, part of my service that you see, is not me alone, it's a team of devotees that we are working together. So this is, today we have gathered, especially, aujourd'hui nous venons rassembler ensemble pour que nous fassions la prière pour moi, pour que la santé de tout le temps bien, et que le temps nous en forme, et nous capables de faire du service. Et de temps en temps, nous visitons Maurice pour gagner une association personnelle, et de darshan, et de miséricorde. J'espère que c'est tout de ma part. Si Buena, Svetadvip Prabhu, if you have anything to say.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. We have so much to say, Menuna. His Grace Giridhari Prabhu, qui déjà so hand is up. Prabhu, go unmute kapag joining Giridhari Prabhu, please.
Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarabhyasya kripa sindhu bhayavacha patitanam pavinabhya vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. His Grace Svetadvip Prabhu ki jai. Anantakoti Vaishnavinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So when I was going to White House, actually Svetadvip Prabhu had already joined. And then shortly after he joined in 83, I joined in 84. So I learned a lot from him. I was new. I was a new devotee. And I learned many things from him, many things. I mean, it's a long list. But one of the things is we did lots of austerity together. You know, I am from the city. So I wasn't used so much of, you know, like austere life. When I was going to the White House, you know, to the ashram, you know, I have one perception of Krishna consciousness. But when I joined Krishna consciousness at the ISKCON Vedic Farm, I had another set of experience of Krishna consciousness, which is mainly austerity. You know, like make sure we were all up in the morning, attend Mangalati, observe all the Ekadashi. And Svetadvip Prabhu, he was my Sankirtan leader for many years. And that was my main service. So I worked under him many years. And I have learned a lot together. We did lots of service together. We did also the farm services, you know, like we had a quota, like in 30 days, we had to give up, apart from our main service, which was Sankirtan, we had to give 5 to 6 days per month to the development of the farm. So we would stay there, dig, clean, cut, water, take care of cows, and so many things together. And when the deities came, their Lordship Shri Radha Golokananda came at the farm, we were pujari together. That time I was already first and second initiate. So so we did pujari also service together. And one thing that I would like to share, because I know there are so many devotees who would like to say something, is you see, when we were doing Sankirtan, we had our strategy. Those years, we would sit down together and make our plan, where we will go, which area, you know, what kind of books we should get, you know, what was the best date and time to go and visit people. All this we would sit down and discuss. Usually we would do that kind of istagosti every night after a hard day's work. We would sit down with our cup of hot milk, you know, from the cows, and we would sit down. You know, those days there was no internet, there was nothing actually. When I joined there was no electricity. We got electricity after some time. So for me it was tough, because one of the austerities was, from home I used to eat 3 meals a day, and when I would go out on Sankirtan, we would eat breakfast in the morning, which is mainly khichdi, and we'll have a bowl of yogurt with fresh fruits from the farm, and that's it. And we will come back 6-7 o'clock at night, you know, after hard days of work. So during the day, I would get hungry because I was used to eating, and then I was also discussing with Svetadvip Prabhu, because when it reached midday, I used to get some peanuts, some dahi to eat, and Svetadvip Prabhu, he was very intelligent, so he said no. He went to Proag store, which they have a grinding mill there. So he used to prepare sattva. Sattva is you have 5 kind of different grains. You crush it, grind it together, and then you may put it together. And that used to give me some relief, because it will give me some energy, and I wouldn't like feel hungry at all. And I felt by his contribution, I was feeling more energetic, materially and spiritually both, because we would do seva together. Then when Svetadvip Prabhu left, he left us, I mean, very abruptly. He left. He went to the Padayatra. We were missing him a lot, because he was one of the most, he was a figure. He was a big figure, you know, at the ISKCON Vedic farm. So I would miss him a lot when he left. And when I was still brahmachari, I think in 1990, I went to India for 3 months. And I had a desire to go to the Padayatra, to join him there. So when I finished my VIT and training and seva for my Guru Maharaj in Vrindavan, Mumbai, Mayapur, so His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj organized a 2 weeks tour of South India. And Maharaj had organized that the visitors would spend 1 day at the Padayatra. So so I was very fortunate and very lucky that I went to meet Svetadvip Prabhu there. I think we went to that place where Agastya Muni, you know, there was a mountain, there was a cascade, there was a river, there was a big pond and all this. And we spent, you know, we walked the whole day Padayatra. We were like 1 day Padayatri. So I relished my time with him. I actually, that night, me and him, we didn't sleep. We just talked and shared all the, you know, experience and realization, because the next day our party was leaving the Padayatra. And then I heard a few years later, actually, that he went to Durban. Actually, before he went to Port Elizabeth, he was in South Africa. He was in Durban, where he got his second initiation there at the Sri Radharani temple. And then later on, he went to Port Elizabeth, where he's doing a very great job. So I pray on his day, on this day, on his birthday, I pray for two things. I pray for his mercy, and I pray that he always stay healthy, well, Krishna in Krishna consciousness, and others would benefit from his wonderful association. Svetadvip Prabhu ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Pavanande Hari Hari Bo.
Jai. Thank you, Giridhari Prabhu, for these wonderful words and those wonderful and unforgettable pastimes with His Grace Svetadvip Prabhu. And it's nice, and actually we are learning so many things, isn't it, Konteya Das Prabhu? So I would invite other devotees or other friends and well-wishers to please join this wonderful offering of gratitude. You can press on your virtual hand and then you can intervene. Anyone? Okay, we have Hare Krishna Das Prabhu. Please, Hare Krishna Das Prabhu, please intervene. You can go forward.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances, Jai, and all the assembled devotees. Well, Svetadvip Prabhu, old friend, we were together. We took initiation together in '84, and we was in Padayatra. Actually, he joined before me, but there was a time from 1989 after Brajamandal Parikrama, and until I think it was 95, 96, I was in Padayatra continuously, not continuously, but time to time, and spent quite some time together in South India, Padayatra, in Gujarat, in Bihar, Orissa, Bengal, different location. And he has helped me quite a lot. I was sick in Brajamandal Parikrama, end of Brajamandal Parikrama in 1989, and I had malaria. And I ended up in Vrindavan Hospital, and actually I was dying. And so the Svetadvip Prabhu took me away. He brought me to Delhi, and he gave me the proper medicine and proper health. And I recovered, and I'm very grateful for him for that. I still remember. And again in Padayatra in South India, in Kerala, during monsoon time, and that is unforgettable experience. And of course, Svetadvip, every evening he was practically giving lecture and preaching, and his static, he was cooking prasadam, mass prasadam, food for life. He was distributing special prasadam. And actually every Sunday on Padayatra, he used to make, and he was distributing like anything. And of course, book distributions also always there. So in all, you know, it was a great experience with Svetadvip Prabhu, and I just offer my humble obeisance to him. He's such an humble, such a wonderful devotee. He inspires everyone. And I take opportunity, and may Lord Krishna always bless him and shower his blessing. And of course, be merciful toward all of them. Thank you, Prabhuji. I won't take so much time. I just have to go back. I'm driving. So I just stop now and I will start driving again. So thank you. I will not take so much time. Thank you. Hari Hari Jai. Hari Bol.
Rasika Chandra Prabhu, please. We have so many hands up. Wow.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Svetadvip Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Bon anniversaire Prabhu. En fait, moi, j'ai eu l'occasion kon Prabhu après opening de Shri Krishna Balam Mandir. Et Prabhu ci ça l'époque là, ça fait ouvert de Maurice. Et que moi tu fais service, tu fait Sunday Feast programme. Et là, Prabhu se dit, il prend la responsabilité, il fait guide nous comment pour faire Sunday Feast, il prend nous, tu fais la Seboga, et comme ça, il se engage dans le service. Pendant, jusqu'à qu'il quitte Maurice après dans le Sud-Afrique. Et mon gars a l'occasion de rester pour vous dire, nous avons un programme, et nous avons un programme côtement aussi. Nous avons beaucoup ça à l'époque-là. Et malheureusement, après, heureusement aussi, il y a Sud-Afrique après ça. Et jusqu'à maintenant, nous encore en contact avec vous et nous parfois nous causer. Pas beaucoup, nous connaissons trop busy, mais il toujours nous connaissons que pour vous se dire ce grandir de qui il a tout vent de vous dans ce équipe. Il pense nous me connaît et pas besoin dire qu'il care pour ça dit 100% sûr. Anytime nous me call pour vous, il là, il prend le téléphone et il cause avant. Whatever quelque chose qu'il veut faire, il cause avant. Dans ce jour-là, je priais pour vous qu'il donne nous ce blessing et que je prie que Krishna que pour vous reste en bonne santé, always inspiring others in devotional service, comme on l'inspire nous dans nos starting days. Bon, nous sommes des qui viennent bien après, beaucoup après. 97, on connaît la fonction de Krishna, on connaît le temps, mais après opening, on gagne l'occasion de rester pour vous. Alors, je nous prie que Krishna que pour vous pour rester healthy et il est là pour tout le monde. Allez, Krishna, vous dire. Bon anniversaire encore une fois.
Merci, Kachandra Prabhu, merci beaucoup. En fait, effectivement, moi aussi, souvent des fois, je suis étonné parce que Prabhu est si busy, mais still, il find time. Il drop un message, WhatsApp, il téléphone. It's so many, ça care qui Prabhu in Allah, it's amazing. Et je prie que Prabhu aussi, pour ce blessing, nous développe sa qualité à nous aussi. Alors, si nous request, nous avons compté, Prabhu, so hand up. Continue, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Pranam.
Jai
Shupal. All glorious assembled devotees, one chakal patrubi shakripa sindhu bhye vachapitanam pavani bhyo vaishnavyo namo Nankoti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. His Svetadvip Prabhu ki jai. So I see this opportunity. I think I'd better talk in English because I have other devotees from South Africa who are with us. Is that okay, Prabhu?
Yes, very good.
Yes, Prabhu. So, I should say that I've got lots of things to share and to, because, I'm kind of a very small baby in front of Svetadvip Prabhu. He's been nurturing me, just like his own baby, I should say, because, Prabhu has known me since my, early childhood. I've grown in front of him and still growing in front of him under his blessings and guidance. And whatever I'm trying to do today, whatever small, insignificant services we're doing is thanks to Prabhu's blessings and guidance. So when Prabhuji mentioned about Guru Gauranga Prabhu, which we used to lovingly call him Chacha Chengadu, Dada Chengadu, remember? Svetadvip Prabhu, right? This is how I used to call him in those days. I remember how when Prabhu mentioned that he had difficulties in, walking or, when alighting the bus, and how whatever Prabhu just mentioned, I just was able, to revive all these memories because I've seen all these, these experiences are still here, in the subconscious mind. And then I still remember Prabhu when I know Prabhu when he was, before he joined ISKCON, my father had a shop, and we were just like, we were neighbors, and we were more than family because my eldest cousin brother got married to Svetadvip Prabhu's eldest sister. So we are very much close, and we were neighbors, so very close family. And I used to observe Prabhuji because, as I told you, we were just more than family. So his brothers, there's Raj Bhai, Rajiv Bhai. So we are always, in touch. So family, very close by. I still remember how Raj Bhai came and gave me my results for my CP exams and all that. So, they were very much involved. How we stay in the, when you go to the village side, it's like all like family. So it's not like, when you come to the cities, people are like, even your next neighbor doesn't know you. No, it's not like that. When you go to all these, villages where we used to stay in Chitrakut, so you know everyone in the vicinity, and you go to their house, it's like you're welcome. It was used to be like that. So my father used to have a shop, and Chachaji, means Svetadvip Prabhu's father and mother used to come and buy everything from there. So that's why I told you that relationship is kind of more than family relationship. This is how actually in village we people used to stay. Those years. I'm telling you about in the years of 1980 like this. So I still have those souvenirs. Then I've known Prabhu before he joins his con. I still remember that of image is coming back to my memory, and how Prabhu used to have, his hair was behind, and he used to wear. I still see him with one, his shirt, long sleeve shirt, and he used to have his pants, and then he used to, he was very reserved, always reading, and he was a very good friend of my eldest sister, and the same age because even my sister turned 60 this year. So I see this opportunity, Prabhu, to wish you a very happy Krishna conscious birthday. And Betty Ji was, we are in touch. So I was telling her that, we are going to have one meeting with Prabhu today. Then she was telling me, yeah, I remember we are same age. So I'm 60, he should be 60 years. So she's conveyed her, heartfelt happy birthday wishes to you, Prabhu. Then I remember how now, and Prabhu was always, discreet, very, in his own world, he always used to read books. And in that family, even elder brother Rajbhai also was like that. All these brothers, there's Al Bhai who is in US. They are all, intellectual type of, we should say, genes in them. Reading, because I never, even Chachaji used to read the Ramayana. So, in that, even my father. So that is then the genes, reading of, so Shastra. So Prabhu imbibed a bit of that quality. I remember he was always having some book in his hand and going and reading. So then Prabhu, at some point he was not there. I think this is the time when Prabhuji went to India for Padyatra. I think this was the time. And then when I joined secondary school, then coincidence, we joined the same college that Prabhu was studying. He was in John Kennedy College. So I was also the one who, after so many years, joined John Kennedy College. And this is one of the common, I should say, things that are common in our life. Then one day Prabhu came to Mauritius, and I was very much involved in social work and everything. And at a very young age, I remember I was very much involved in Mandir, Shivalay, I should say, activities. So then Prabhu told me, how many years are you going to waste like that? He just told me one thing. I couldn't grasp the message at that time. But he told me, see, you got so many qualities. You're in music, you play tabla and this and that. That's good. Now you have some leadership qualities. And at the very young age, I should say, I was around 16, 17, not even 18. I was already temple president of one Shivalay in our region there, Rameshwarnath Tulsigit Hanuman Mandir. So then is how he told me, why are you wasting your time? Just give some time, give this life to Krishna. But it was very difficult to digest in those days. I couldn't understand exactly what Prabhuji wanted to tell me. Then Prabhuji, whenever he used to come to Mauritius, he used to come at home, meet everyone. And this is the one thing that really has already been striking me, that Prabhuji, whenever he comes to Mauritius, he visits each and every family members, friends who are close there. And this is something Prabhuji's speciality. He might be very busy. It so happened that Prabhuji, he has been trying to put that, the beach of Hare Krishna Mahamantra and Krishna consciousness. Then slowly, in the beginning, it was very difficult. But I should say that, and I have today's full affirmation that declare that Prabhuji is my first Shiksha Guru, because he's always been, with me on this path of spiritual life. And then came the time when I went to study to India. He told me, you're going to India, make sure you stay in the association of devotees. And by Prabhu's, should say, blessings, I stayed in Shri Radha Kund Ras Bihari temple in Juhu. It was very close by to our hostel. This is where the taste started coming. When you're in India, whether you like it or not, you get enthused with Krishna consciousness. So that was that part of life. And after doing my graduation, I came back. I met Prabhu again. Then Prabhu told me, it's time that you take initiation now. Just get a bit far away from all these social work that you're doing. You're wasting your time. So take to Krishna consciousness. I already started working as a teacher. Then Prabhuji, and there was Premananda Prabhu who used to come from Shri Krishna Balaram Mandir. So they started preaching. So with the help of these devotees, I started going to Krishna Balaram Mandir. And Prabhuji was there. We had the Pandav Sena. And through Pandav Sena, we learned so many things. And Svetadvip Prabhu, always guiding us. And he was just like, I should say, Pandav Sena, but he was there like, as the chief commander. I'm not going to use the term Bhishma Dev, but chief commander, I should say. So then we used to stay Mangalarti. I used to stay there for the weekends and everything. And Prabhu was always telling us, okay, do this, do that. And he told me, initiation, kab loge? I said, Prabhu, I'll take. Then Vidur Prabhu came to Chitrakoot, gave us courses. Then, things just change in life, another phase. Then Prabhuji told me, okay, you're aspiring to take initiation from His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj, go to India. And initiation was another episode. And thanks to Prabhu, I remember Prabhu was temple commander in Shri Krishna Balaram Mandir. And those days, recommendation letters were not so, I just went to India. Guru Maharaj told me, come. Oh, you're playing tabla, come for the Bhagavad Saptah in Pune, you play and then you take initiation. I said, yes, Guru Maharaj, very nice. And I was then in India. But I did not take any initiation, recommendation letter. Then what to do? And those days, there were no mobile, nothing. And the very first person I thought was Svetadvip Prabhu. I asked Guru Maharaj, if Svetadvip Prabhu says something, will it be okay? He said, let him talk to me, and let's see if you can get any other members. And I remember those days we had Sumukha Prabhu and Ajay Chaitanya Prabhu who helped in that sense. I called Ajay Chaitanya Prabhu, I could not get him online, but Sumukha Prabhu recommended and finally got initiation. And it's been going on through all these years. Prabhuji has been guiding us, and now Prabhuji is giving lots of time to, should say, his family, cousin brothers. I just mentioned in the beginning that Pritam Prabhu, who is a very good friend of mine, and more than a brother, and Svetadvip Prabhu is, you should say, youngest cousin brother. He took one set of Srimad Bhagavatam today, and he's also aspiring to take initiation from His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj. So we are in touch with the family. So Prabhu is taking good care of them, and he's doing, classes, I think maybe nearly every day with them, Bhagavad Gita classes, and he's cultivating the family. It's something really very, very amazing. Though Prabhu is there in South Africa, but the whole Lakshman family is very, very, enthused. And they have that in their, I should say, in their genes, that, that Krishna consciousness is there. All the cousin brothers I know, whenever we have to organize Harinam in Chitrakoot, the whole Lakshman family and the whole, we should say, Ramdin family, we all come together and make sure that this, that program is a real success. So last time Prabhuji came to Mauritius and he stayed overnight at our place. I was very happy. We had the association of Prabhu. But I was just worried that Prabhu's health wasn't good that time. So we have been requesting Prabhu and praying that Prabhu, I think you're okay now, Prabhu, now. That yeah, because really you were leaving for South Africa, and I was just begging Prabhu, please, Prabhu, don't go. Stay for some more time. Let us take care of you, and then when you're better, you can go. But Prabhu said, no, I have to go. We have to do service. So on this auspicious day, Prabhuji, I should say, we have so many things to say, but I better stop here and let others talk a bit. But thank you for everything, Prabhu. Wish you a very happy Krishna conscious birthday, and we should say, have it, I should say, in kind of terms of your health, for the service that you're doing, whatever part of our, bhakti that we have been doing, we give that to you. Let it go to your account, because you have to be very, very, in very good health, because you're doing a very, here we are in our comfort zone. We're doing service, we're preaching, we're doing our deity worship. It's okay. It's very, Mauritius is just like paradise. Or Golok Vrindavan Dham, no big tension. But you are on the real battlefield there when I see the situation where you are preaching and doing food for life. So part our, our bhakti, I should say, I'm just, if Krishna is listening to us and begging to the Lord, please take some of our credits or whatever is there, give that to Prabhu, because he needs that. He needs that, because really, Prabhu, we appreciate how much that extraordinary service you're doing there in South Africa, then in Port Elizabeth, and taking care of all these souls and doing food for life. So we pray for your good health, Prabhu. We are very happy to have you. I'm really indebted to you, Prabhuji, and it. Our relationship is like that, and whenever you come, what a small time, little time we spend together, really relish it, and you always give us the best of the advice that we need for our, for our bhakti, for our spiritual progress. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. His Grace Svetadvip Prabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hari Hari. God Hari. Thank you, Rasika, Sindhu Prabhu.
Your servant, Prabhu. I'm just Svetadvip Prabhu, would you like to say a few words?
Just quickly, that's
Yeah.
thank you, Kanteya Prabhu. Thank you very much. Yeah, you were very small, you grew up, very nice service you're doing also. And very lot of kirtan, very nice, a lot of good katha.
Your blessings, Prabhu. All by your blessings.
We have one. Yeah. We have also Neha Kashi. She just sent a message. We would much appreciate if she could say these words live, like put on your video, and you can just would be more interactive. Si possible, Mataji Neha Kashi, et aussi on a aussi Mataji Anita Naidu. So tu capable intervenir, like say it would be like really nice from your side. Et till then, I would.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. She's online, I think.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. I want to wish Prabhu a very happy birthday. May Lord Krishna bless him abundantly. He does so much for Port Elizabeth, and we're so happy to have him here. He serves the nation, and he also does lots of wisdom teachings, chantings, and meditation. And I enjoyed the best part with him when we did value for life. Human values, and he gave this beautiful talk on Bhuma Devi, Mother Earth. It was so inspiring. Thank you so much, and continue to do the best, to do work of the Lord. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Anita. Thank you. Nandri.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Avinash Prabhu, can you please unmute and you can intervene? Avinash Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Krishna.
We can hear you very nicely.
Hey, happy birthday, Prabhuji. I know your birthday was on the 1st of October, and I'm so grateful to be part of this Zoom session with all of your close devotees, friends, and many other initiated devotees. But I just like to share my small story. I live in Pietermaritzburg. I used to live in PE. And yes, when I first started chanting, or actually when I walked into the temple, I just felt for the first time that that was a place I was supposed to be. I was very scared. I was very new, but Prabhu really took care of my inquisitive mind and answered all of my questions. And he always gave nice prasadam and got a very special, unique bond with Prabhu. I used to go there every Sunday, for Sunday programs and things. I used to assist now and then Prabhu with Food for Life. And I always keep chanting because we always keep in touch via WhatsApp and phone calls, and it really helps. And the only thing that I would always never forget is that you always remind me is to keep chanting. And I know it's your 60th birthday, so I don't want to miss this opportunity. I'm a very reserved person, very shy, but you only turn 60 once. So I would just like to wish you a very happy birthday, and I really appreciate everything you have done to inspire me and guide me on this path of Krishna consciousness and chanting. And you still look very young, so don't worry. And it also comes from my sisters and my family. And I miss you, and I hope to see you soon. Hi, Prabhu. Thanks for the opportunity. So I think I'm done with my little message.
Thank you, Avinash. Hare Krishna. Always nice to hear. Rashika. Unmute.
Thank you, Avinash Prabhu. It was really nice to hear from you. Actually, you're closer to Prabhuji than all of us, so you're so fortunate to be there. Right, Kandaya Prabhu? So Ajay Chaitanya Prabhu, please unmute and you can intervene. Ajay
Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Prabhupada. Happy birthday. But before that, I would like to share with the participants today. Right, Avinash Prabhu just mentioned Prabhu's birthday was on Friday last, on the 1st. And today is the birthday of whose birthday it is today?
My mother.
Yeah. Right? Like mother, like son.
Oh, really? Wow.
The birthday of the mother of Prabhu Svetadvip. We wish her also happy birthday. And please just check, right? I show this message of the chat box of Malaji Neha. Please try to get the relatives of Prabhu. I have a few words to convey. I don't know, have phone, iPhone. Malaji Sheila, Noga was supposed to be here. Prabhu, I invited them like Prabhu.
The Lakshman family.
Yes.
The Lakshman family. They're right here. They're right here.
Good. Give them the opportunity.
Yes.
That's fine.
Wow.
Okay, there is one family.
The whole team is there. Hare Krishna.
Okay, just 1 minute before you continue. Is a birthday of my
She's here.
Mother also. Britam's mother, who also on the process of getting prepared for initiation. So we all pray for her and say happy birthday to Chachi Gayatri.
We wish you a very Krishna conscious birthday, Bhaji. Et nous bien lucky. Moi, j'ai envie de dire que nous extra lucky, surtout moi, parce que moi, je suis sortie d'une famille qui bien différente. Et je suis mariée dans le Lakshman Parivar, qui nous a Prabhu. Et Et là, l'île fait nous, une fois moi, j'aimerais l'île suivre où et qui arsène nous aussi. Nous essayons de réciter ouvert un Bhagavad Gita. Nous réciter faire et we are very grateful. I'm very grateful. And
nous vraiment nous remercions Krishna qui Prabhuji est une partie de notre famille. Et grâce à ce blessing, sur ma lecture, sur ce gain qu'il a donné à chaque fois qu'il rencontre nous. Et c'est ça qui la famille flourish et nous keep in touch de Krishna Consciousness. Et Prabhuji est vraiment une personne vraiment bien spéciale, tout le temps il est en souriant. Et Prabhuji, de bien petit âge, tout le temps il peut santé, tout le temps rentrer dans la bouche. Quand il va à l'école, il marchait, il commence à marcher. Et quand il peut marcher, il y a une seule chanson qui peut dire Jyote se jyote jaga ke chalo, prem ki ganga bahate chalo. Prabhu, tu peux exister sans ça, tu peux aller même. Et aujourd'hui, vraiment, Prabhu, il peut partager sa prime là avec tout l'extérieur et il peut propager Krishna Consciousness et il peut mettre Krishna Consciousness de toute bonne personne sur l'équerre. Et nous sentons pour Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Ho! Prabhu Svetadvip ki! Jai! Prabhu Svetadvip ki! Jai! Prabhu Svetadvip ki! Jai!
Srila
Prabhupada ki! Jai!
Merci beaucoup,
Prabhu, nous pas trouve tout le monde qui là-bas là, un petit pas nous, ce qu'a fait nous voilà, un petit si on met pas au tableau horizontal, nous trouvons tout.
Mettez horizontal, oui, c'est vrai.
Ah non.
Non,
Non, vous avez réduit une porte à l'appareil.
Hare Krishna. Pritam Prabhu.
Ok, pas ça va, mon récit.
Hare Krishna. Ok. Donc, tu m'as envie de dire quelque chose maintenant?
Non, sorry.
Donc, tu m'as envie de dire quelque
sinon,
chose?
vraiment, Prabhu, nous espérons nous trouver le plus vite possible à Maurice. Nous faisons ce blessing.
Nous bien contents de bien associer avec lui. Vu qu'il reste à Sud-Afrique et nous Maurice, mais chaque jour, nous bien associer avec lui à travers nos online classes.
Malgré les lois avec nous, il pas laisse nous les guide nous. Les guide nous et qui nous try pour essayer de suivre ce bon conseil. And thank you.
Pritam Prabhu. Dia lori chacha dian demo, chachi dian demo le baya.
Yes.
कैसा है
बहुत अच्छा
बहुत अच्छा हाँ बहुत ठीक है
आशीर्वाद
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद हरे कृष्णा
मामा शाम की जी मैं कुछ बोलना चाहता हूँ
बोलो
You can see my uncle in the front. He turned 80 this year. And he's still working, and he's very healthy, and he wakes up very early. He also chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we all pray that he continues his journey like that. He worked in the Ramphal building in Port Louis for many years, and he's married for how many years?
50. No,
maybe married for
50
sorry,
years.
55 years, I'm sure.
50.
So very good grihasta, householder, and good children, and very devoted, like my own brothers, sisters. Thank you so much. बहुत धन्यवाद आपको चाची जी. My chachi will take initiation.
बस बहुत आशीर्वाद ये से तोरा देवत है बेटा.
अच्छा, हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
That was a very touching message. Svetadvip Prabhu. Yes, Lord Ajay. Oui, Nuna. Non. Si la man relatives est capable de poser, pas de souci. Anyone else?
Nuga?
Devaki Nandan Prabhu?
Rajshila Nuga.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Devaki Nandan.
Please accept my humble obeisances, all grace Shri Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble Prabhupada.
Prabhu, mo souhaite un bon anniversaire. Mo prier qui tout le temps pour être là, pour guider nous, et que tout le temps pour encourager nous pour faire Krishna consciousness. En fait, moi connais Prabhu depuis mon enfance. Et que dans mon enfance, depuis mon naissance, Prabhu connais depuis mon tien Chibaba. Et que me tient grand désolé de temps. Je tout connais ça. Mais j'ai un grand feeling.
Prabhu tout le temps tu crées pas tout fan.
Et Prabhu tout le temps tu dis tout fan. C'est moi Prabhu tout le temps tu restes. Et Prabhu tout le temps tu restes bien gentil envers moi. N'importe combien des autres, moi je vais faire n'importe quoi, tout le temps tu restes gentil envers moi.
Tous les temps de mon maman racontait que tu as galoper dans le monde de Prabhu.
Et que mon maman raconte moi comme il y a peut-être comme ça qui tout le temps moi tu vais galoper, moi je rentre le Prabhu, moi je monte le Prabhu sur Godi.
Et Prabhu dit il n'est pas pour aucun enfant Godi.
Et Prabhu dit comme ça lui. Et Prabhu dit comme ça, jamais je prends semaine des enfants Godi, même semaine neve. Aucun enfant Godi pas je vais prendre, même semaine neve aussi pas je vais prendre. C'est moi comment tu veux appeler fille prendre. Et moi je vais galoper le lit. Moi souhaite un bon anniversaire pour vous et que mon prière que nous gagnons une association tout le temps et que vous pouvez Maurice encore.
Et maman prier qu'il grandit bien et que bien successful dans la carrière, continue à chanter Mahamantra dans le Japa, encore et encore, et encourage, inspire les autres jeunes pour chanter Mahamantra de Japa. Pas dans faire kirtan, faire play et faire Krishna Janmashtami et Khali Pile Jalsa, Khali Pile feast. Mais Japa est bien important. Ok, et clear properly. Merci beaucoup. Merci.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Okay. Ajay, Rasika must unmute.
Vamnadev Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. From Mauritius. Moi, Prabhu autant, mais mon Prabhu sur beaucoup glories à travers Daoji Prabhu, qui tout le temps lui reste causième. Mais nous avons une association Prabhu, comme tu encore forme. Ça veut dire qu'on est encore ban jeunesse. Prabhu connaît bien, mais ban sorti qu'on est en pavé. Tout le temps, tu peux faire service avec Prabhu. Et aussi, je peux dire qui je peux sentir séparé avec Prabhu. Mais tout le temps, Sundar Chaitanya Maharaj dit que love in separation est plus higher. Ça veut dire quand nous love une personne en séparation, ça veut dire nous plus proches avec lui. Et tout le temps, Maharaj aussi, il y a petite cause là-haut. Et nous pensons nous aussi, bientôt, nous pourrons gagner au darshan. Il y a ressenti un peu plus d'amour. Hare Krishna.
Merci beaucoup, Ramanade Prabhu. Svetadvip Prabhu, would you like to say something?
Oui, merci beaucoup de Bandero avec la famille. Avec nous, la famille.
Ajay Prabhu?
Ajay?
Hare Krishna, I wanted to give the others a chance. Right? For me, I have not been like a resident devotee, but a few experiences with Prabhuji was especially when Prabhu has been a staunch Sankirtan devotee. He was coming from Bunakai, doing Sankirtan in Cupid. I think a few times she stayed at my place when I was staying in Hokule. And my parents were very happy when Prabhu would be coming at home. This is one thing I can still remember well. And a second one, which I would like, perhaps two more things, right? One I learned from Prabhu Shiniketan. He said like how Prabhu would go to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam, at least for one particular time, that he would take the whole set of Srimad Bhagavatam. At that time, it was not like now in a box with 18 volumes. We had more. Like say in the first canto, we had 3 volumes. In second canto, 2. Like the others, right? How many more than 18 volumes? He would take all the volumes on a bicycle, and then he would go somewhere. I can't remember the place which Nikitan said. Right? This type of Sankirtan Prabhu was doing. And also once I met a friend. At that time, he was a secretary at the Mauritius Marine Authority. He told me, at that time, he told me, your friend, he was coming, he walked all the way. He carried a big frame picture, a big frame picture. Right? He was traveling in the bus, and then he carried that. He walked from the bus stop. Now, I can't really explain to you how it is. There was no cordon, this, that, or whatever, right? He walked from the bus stop till Mer Rouge. Then the friend told me, why are you going with this frame? He said, I'm going to see who is going to purchase this frame, big frame, perhaps Ras Leela. Right? And the friend told me he had a car, and he said, how can I see Prabhu walking with such a big frame in the big sunny season in Port Place? He told me he purchased that. I don't know if Prabhu can still remember. And naturally, I share whatever devotees have said. I won't repeat myself. You remember that, Prabhu Svetadvip?
Yes.
Okay.
I need to pray and try, because those days we needed a lot of Lakshmi for the farm.
Oh, yeah.
So I was depending on my prayers to go and see if somebody can take it. Then I would bring a Lakshmi home. Because Prabhu Sheta must always bow down and touch his feet. He was a very great general. He used to organize our areas where we would go every day. And he used to train us, and he was the best training leader we had. Arjun was staying in the ashram as brahmachari when I joined. He was working and digging himself. And he was doing construction work himself. He was not simply the architect. So that's why this Krishna Balaram temple is very unique.
Yeah, sure.
And if you have other things I would like to quickly mention when you finish, Ajay.
And you remember this which place you went on the bicycle with the set of Bhagavatam? Do you remember? It was like a place. Which place you went?
Saint-Pierre.
There's several places I have gone like that. So I didn't know which
bicycle. Okay.
Several places. Sometimes bicycles, sometimes I used to carry my books and my friends on both sides. And one day Hare Krishna Das and Adiraj at Samba came to get training from me. And I then made them carry heavy load and walk many kilometers. After a few weeks, they were completely complaining to Prabhu. They don't need this kind of commando training here. Hare Krishna Das, he was already doing big Sankirtan, wandering Advaita Prabhus in big vehicles. Now he was sent to stay on the farm, and I am walking and doing Sankirtan. So he was tired after some time.
Yeah, I do remember that very well. In the fourth place, I had more than 1 week doing Sankirtan with Svetadvip. Prabhu Snegidan told me that, okay, maybe you should go with Prabhu Svetadvip and learn how to do this books. So I was happy with him, you know. So it's more than 1 week I went with Svetadvip every day, going house to house doing book distributions. That was a wonderful time. Thank you, Prabhuji. I remember that very well.
When Mayapur came, Mayapur was temple president there, and all of a sudden, you know, a farm was a place like they were sent for correctional service for some time from White House. So, and they come and several were put with me to help them. Even Mayapur Prabhu came, and he just had to follow me everywhere, but he had not a big problem because we were very close friends. So on one or two things I would like to also say that I have mentioned all of you. I am very grateful for all your blessings and your prayers for me. A few devotees that I would like to mention again. Of course, in the beginning I mentioned about my uncle himself, who played a very important part in my life. And my sister Sheila, she was very supportive. All my sisters. In the beginning they didn't understand what I'm trying to do, but after that they became super. My mother and others, they became very supportive. But also I bow down to Narayan Das Prabhu.
Mr. Bagan, okay.
He was my teacher. He always remained my teacher. He will always remain. I will always remain at his lotus feet because he was teaching me at John Kennedy College, and sometimes he used to pull my ears very softly. That's my teacher. And one more devotee that I would like to mention today to all of you, that new generation must know him also. Is Baladev Vidyabhushan.
Oh,
Narayani Mata's husband. So we had very close interaction. Very often I was in his house, Giribhari as well. He used to host many devotees also. He had a very strong determination to practice. And with great determination, and very punctual. Usually at the temple you are very punctual. At home sometimes you are flexible. If you are working in the bank, but he was very, very punctual, very dedicated, very sincere. Srila Prabhupada is spiritual master, always doing that, no matter what kind of weather, cyclone, no cyclone, always up, looking after the deities, very careful, doing all the offerings, all the artis without fail. So he played a very important part, and he's one of the great source of inspiration in my life. Like what I mentioned. He was a very wonderful devotee. One day, devotees of Mauritius, let's write about his oldest devotee who have left this small book and some kind of
Yes.
So thank you very much, all of you.
Thank you, Prabhu. I would have a last call to see if we have Dauji Prabhu here. Dauji Prasad Prabhu, if you want to say a few words. We have Tamal Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, si tu as envie de dire quelque chose, Tamal Krishna Prabhu. Any devotee? Yes.
Oh, we have some relatives.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Tamal.
Bon anniversaire.
Happy birthday, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Tama.
Et où que vous allez? Hein? Ça va
Merci
être
beaucoup pour sa facilité que tu peux donner. Quand on est femme, tu dis aussi, la route tu boues, quand la pluie tombe, et beaucoup de difficultés. Ça fait tant de temps par un bus. La cause est que tu veux rester partout dans Maurice. Je suis content de faire ça de temps et que Prabhu, tu peux rester vraiment avec Mataji. Beaucoup de soins.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Bon anniversaire. Excuse-moi pour pas rester sur vous, on va rester venir à vous. On voit là.
Non, ça va.
Après, on connaît prochaine l'occasion. Bon anniversaire encore, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Merci beaucoup, Tamal. Merci beaucoup, Tamal. Anyone else? Last call? OK. So, voilà. Vraiment, personnellement, bien inspiré aujourd'hui avec ce programme-là. Et souvent, chez Svetadvip Prabhu, souvent, tu peux communiquer avec nous, surtout durant, nous, tu peux organizing this Shroba Lilamrita Katha. So he was always like directing me how to improve the service, and I'm really grateful to him. It's thanks to him that we got so many wonderful speakers. So thank you so much, Svetadvip Prabhu, for always being here as a guide, as a support, as a mentor. Voilà. So here we are, dear devotees, and also I feel like this is a nice way to maybe you can do more program like this to glorify and to serve other Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Thank you for initiating this wonderful program. Yes, Vaman Prabhu, we can unmute before we end. Last person.
Yes, Hare Krishna. I joined a bit late because I was in the Bhakti Shastri. So I also thank the organizing team. And we wish that we see Svetadvip Prabhu very soon as a sannyasi.
Well, sannyasi, I'm already a sannyasi. I don't need to carry it that much. Serving 24 hours. And I didn't join the movement to become sannyasi or temple president. I wanted to just serve Krishna Prabhupada's mission. There's nothing can be better on this planet than being with devotees and serving selflessly. The greatest happiness you can achieve serving selflessly without any personal motivation. And being with a lot of people, which is the best thing. That's why I pray also that one thing we must not let us happen, that we become slack in our Krishna consciousness, that something can take away our enthusiasm and our inspiration and our appreciation and our love for Srila Prabhupada. That is, I can see my sister there. Hare Krishna. Would you like to say something?
Okay.
Unmute.
Rato, take Rashika.
Just indicate them.
Madaji Shira ou bien says unmute.
Oui.
Yeah, now.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Oui, Hare Krishna, tout. Merci beaucoup pour nous organiser un grand quelque pour nos frères. Au fait, quand les joignent un Krishna Consciousness, pour nous tous, il y a un grand scandale. Nous pas super contents, nous tu peux bien pleurer. Surtout mon maman. Quand nous assessons les formes, moi, mon papa, Prabhu Shiniketan avec Prabhu Arjuna Das, nous, qui causent en nous, qui nous besoin encouragent, mais nous ne pas super contents du tout. Je te donne nous maha, nous amener la case, nous aider, parce qu'il nous tire venger qui m'offrait là-bas, il pas retourner la case. Et je dis qu'il n'arrivait que toute famille peut suivre lui tellement lui un dévot bien encourage tout le monde, tout entier la famille, tout peut suivre lui. Nous bien contents et que
nous personne ne participait content parce qu'il y a un grand scandale qu'il y a des enfants qui quittent la case aujourd'hui. Mais aujourd'hui, toute la famille peut suivre et aller dans ce passe. Nous bien remercier lui, nous bien remercier Prabhupada, ce guru, surtout le Kanat Maharaj, qui nous bien aidé dans Padayatra. Moi, suivre lui 10 ans, presque tout dans Padayatra, et mon Prabhu, il bien support lui. Merci beaucoup. Je remercie tout le monde dévot qui bien support lui. Merci beaucoup. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
I am very happy that you spoke. Very bold.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. She was the most supportive from the beginning of my Krishna consciousness. Then after everybody joined, what was most interesting is my mom was so much depressed and crying for years. Then she became attached to the temple of Krishna Balaram, and she used to start to come to the temple to do service, to be with devotees. If nobody could take her, she would jump in a bus and she will come. She became very attached to Krishna Balaram and the temple. Amazing. Because now she's 84. Today is her birthday. We all pray for her. But she can't travel, of course. But my sister.
Remercier mon papa beaucoup, surtout mon maman, mon Chandrasekhar Das, mon maman qui bien aide nous, bien aide mon frère, Svetadvip Das. Et je remercie mon Prabhu aussi qui bien supporte lui. Merci tout le monde dévoté. Et il y a de l'avant bien dans Krishna Consciousness. Il aide nous tous, beaucoup, merci beaucoup. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Wow.
Very happy to hear from my
Prabhu, avant nous close, peut-être tu as une question pour poser, if you allow. Prabhu, what is the secret? What is your secret pour qui on capable, enfin, moi tu peux vraiment envie qu'on ça secret là, comment on capable faire une famille qui s'y oppose to Krishna consciousness. Et aujourd'hui, la famille en entier, they're taking so lovingly, openly to Krishna consciousness. Si vous voulez partager ça secret là avec nous, peut-être nous sommes capables de tourner ça dans nos faveurs, de nous une famille.
Before I continue, I don't know if my Didi is here, Mala Didi. If she's here, she can say something if you want. I don't know. But I'm not sure. I can't see the whole screen. But what the secret is very simple. I never preach to anyone because, believe me, your 7 children are my parents. Of course, I'm speaking in English because we have some devotees still around. So they are very good children, all of them. Because of my parents' hard work and tapasya they did in their life. My mom's birthday, she was married at the foot of Maria Pahar. She really worked hard, but my father, the secret of our life is because my father, she honored my mom with great respect and love. He was a best friend of my mother and supported her from all directions. But I didn't want to go in the direction of the materialistic world. This is what in my heart, I wanted to honor the spiritual organization. My elder brother used to go another organization. This is where we started to see the organizations. Finally, I came to Krishna consciousness. My brother also was very instrumental, my elder brother. So what I did, I never preached to anyone because they were much better than me. So I never preached to them. But I continued serving Krishna consciousness with a lot of seriousness and a lot of discipline, as Prabhupada and Padayatra. All this tapasya I did, and they here in Mauritius they started to transform. It's Prabhupada. I didn't make any effort. We must not lose our faith in Srila Prabhupada's teachings and Srila Prabhupada's mission. We need to grow and make it strong. Then naturally our family will change. There's no doubt about it. We must never, no matter how hard sometimes we go through, what difficult time we go through, but we must always be situated at the lotus feet of a spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada. Over the years, naturally they started. My neighbor, is he gone now? He's still around. My neighbor, he was a small little boy and he was playing there. And he was looking at me, what is Hare Rama is coming to do in the area here. And now he changed. Doing Katha, Kirtan everywhere. It's Sabnak and
That's all by your mercy, Prabhuji. All your blessings, Prabhu.
Those days he used to look at me very strange. Wow.
I used to tease Prabhu at sometimes. I know I used to, as small kids. Hare Rama, yeah. Yeah. As small kid, I was very, that kind of nutcut type and, Bandar Praviti wal type. We're staying on the mountain and all that. So we used to tease Prabhu. I personally used to do that. I still remember a bit of that. But we see today, by the blessing of Vaishnavas, this is where we are today. And eternally indebted to you, Prabhuji, Svetadvip Prabhu. Please keep blessing us. And so that we continue to push this movement given by Srila Prabhupada and all our Vaishnava Acharya and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. So begging at the lotus feet, Prabhu, you have always inspired us and still inspiring us. And till we know, till you'll be guiding us, we'll be on the right path. So whatever small insignificant service we are doing, but that lots of blessings. You have your blessing. We know. I personally know your blessings are there. And I've talked to you several times. You have already been advising me, do this, don't do this. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We love you, Prabhu. We love you so much. And we'd like to have you in Mauritius. We want to serve you in Mauritius. We have been talking lengthily, me and Pritam, and so I think you should think about it now, Prabhu. We have lots of projects. You should think about it. Yeah. Give us the opportunity. You should give us the opportunity to serve you now. We want to serve you. So
But also I would like to say thank you to I'm very happy my sister and my beau-frère is behind me. But thank you, beau-frère, also. Thank you very much for all your help and assistance you gave to me in my difficult times and always supported me.
So thank you again, everyone. Thank you, Prabhu, for creating this wonderful Sangha, right, tonight. And I'm really happy to have all of you here to be together as a united family. We will, so we don't have any more questions here, so we will end this session by, I would request everyone to please put on your camera and we will chant one loud Mahamantra to, yes, Ru?
Mahamantra birthday tune today.
Okay. Hey, Daoji Prabhu, you have to say a few words before we end. You came late.
Hare Krishna.
You're fine.
Please, apologies for my lateness. Please accept my humble obeisance. Prabhuji, Dandava Pranam, Janamdin Abhinandan. And what can I say on my Shiksha Guru? It's like an ocean. But still I will try to say on Prabhuji. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, very well. Very
yes.
clear.
I have lots of what can I say, experience been with Prabhuji. I have been driving Prabhuji for quite a long time. Mais vous avez dit que Prabhuji aujourd'hui joindre la conscience de Krishna, c'est grâce à Prabhuji. Et Prabhuji fin comme mes parents avant qu'ils me viennent dans le monde matériel là. Ça veut dire dans les années 83, 84, les mêmes quand Prabhuji fin déplacé, fin bouger. Mais Prabhuji même les partis là, il fin toujours amène ce soutien à mes parents et il fin toujours faire une façon qui comment dire nous gagnons une connexion de Krishna Consciousness, et que ce soit à travers le temple de Phoenix, mais plutôt le temple de Bon Accueil, où tout le temps, il y a une personne qui vient faire 5 quintals à la maison, qui vient faire book distribution. Et à l'époque là, je me rappelle, moi, encore, bon, je commence depuis avant, mais je me rappelle quand j'avais 5 ans ou 6 ans, je n'avais pas beaucoup de tu peux venir parce que je me rappelle très bien avec son fils de famille. Mais c'est grâce à Prabhu qui fait dire ça à une personne là, vient ici, ils ont fait faire beaucoup de distribution. Et quand même, fin gagne l'âge de capable dans les 15 ou 14 par là, comme on tient Bito, ça je tout connais, pas beaucoup de connaît, pas aussi bien connaît comme c'était. C'est bien difficile pour comment on appelle ça, pour parents take care de nous. Mais tout le temps, mon papa dit de moi, voilà, il y a ce livre qui peut vous permettre là. Mais mon décidé que d'un jour, on a décidé de lire, une récite, qui comprend comment on peut dérouler un petit peu que c'est la conscience de Krishna. Et l'un ça fait aussi que je envie ajouter que ça me fait maternel. Prabhu Svetadvip, tu fais l'arrangement, tu donnes mon papa une cassette de Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, ça veut dire qu'il y a tout ce qui est dedans, ce tu n'as pas, tout complète là-dedans. Mais mon papa dit tous les jours, avant Sanja, quand moi, comme ça, Sanja 6 heures, grand matin, on faisait baigner, on demande ça, on faisait un parquet, on écoute, quand on bazar, papa, on demande ça. Mais mon papa, tous les temps, avant de rentrer au travail, tu peux mettre ça à casser de chez la Prabhupada. Comme on peut descendre dans le van, on peut venir à l'époque-là, ben, tu commences à gagner van, mais tu peux vite me descendre chez la Prabhupada sur cassette, puis je faux, qui est un peu de faux. Je vais rentrer, je rentre la case, je vais prendre mon petit pain frère, mon petit affaires, il peut assister, il peut manger. Et bon, Prabhuji, tout le temps, c'est qu'il fait la maison, voilà, simplicité. Simplicité, jamais on fait trouver une personne qui est aussi simple comme ça, qui même mon guru Maharaj, qui laisse le connaisseur Maharaj, j'ai apprécié Prabhu sa qualité qui est là. Et d'ailleurs, quand Guru Maharaj vient à Maurice, Prabhu Kuntiya, il témoin, et il demandait que Prabhu Svetadvip sorti, et il connaît qui nous fin sorti dans l'endroit que Prabhu Svetadvip fin sorti là-bas. Il demandait Prabhu côté qui peut faire, et il connaît Prabhu un fighter. Et tellement on a beaucoup de choses à dire qui me sont marasés bien titi. Et Prabhu, tout le temps, quand vous allez si vous avez un issue, mettons, vous avez un problème, un exemple, vous dire, vous avez un problème avec un camarade, vous avez un problème avec n'importe qui ce soit, il finit tackle la situation d'une certaine façon positivement. Il dit, bon, tu avez un problème dans cette affaire-là, guettez positivement, comment tu peux trouver négatif. Tu veux apprendre de sa négativité-là pour ne pas refaire ça là après et te derive the positiveness from the actual facts et te aller de l'avant. Et Prabhu finit toujours guide-moi, jusqu'à aujourd'hui, il fait guide-moi et c'est grâce à lui qu'il me l'a aujourd'hui. Ça, Prabhu connaît et comment nous dire, Prabhu, quand il est là, tout le temps me dira n'importe qui personne qui me côtoyait. Si Prabhu jamais fait une affaire, je vais lever mon temps. Ça, mon capacité. C'est Prabhu, Prabhu, ça met les bouts de jaou, c'est pas les pévines Maurice, il pas pour un seul coup, tu es capable de prendre le tour et sortir, tu peux voir merci. Bien sûr, tu as Prabhu vini. Donc, then Chile, how we have to organize Harinam in the next 2 weeks. Let's do it the next 2 days. Asta comment Prabhu finit de dire, vous pouvez vous dire, ne pouvez pas dire oui. Asta ou bien organiser, mais seulement les temps Prabhu dire juste les dire ça détroit timou là. Moi dire ou gagne ça l'enthousiasme ou gagne ça fire de plat. Moi une différent programme au cas nous prendre et même jour nous arrange tous affaires énormément, il n'a pas beaucoup de temps, il n'a pas beaucoup de temps pour là la famille Lachman comme Prabhu peut dire nous organiser, nous faire toutes les affaires moi bien et Prabhu il est toujours là pour praise, comment dire pour il motive pour aller de l'avant. Et je remercie Prabhu. Je remercie Prabhu sur maman, sur papa qui nous donne un enfant comme ça à nous, pour qu'ils aujourd'hui nous soient capables de bénéficier et joindre ce mouvement de Srila Prabhupada. Merci Prabhuji, au fond de tout cœur. Et me piate à nous toujours la route d'ouvrière et comment dire, I love you. I will always love you. And Jai Shri Prabhupada. Prabhu Svetadvip ki Jai.
Ok, merci beaucoup infiniment.
Ben voilà, ok. Nous terminons nos sessions. Maintenant, nous pouvons request to Mandevo, please put on your microphone and your camera so that we can chant one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in birthday style, and then we will offer our messages to the vice.
Because of Prabhupada. Même link, même passcode.
Alors, comme Prabhu Ajay peut dire, chaque jeudi, nous l'aspect continue. We will have Prabhupada Lila Katha on each Thursday with the same link and password. As from same time as today, 8 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. So everyone, please unmute yourself et allume the camera. Chant the one Hare Krishna mantra, birthday style, Prabhu Ajay said. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna, Prabhu Svetadvip, Hare Krishna to you.
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Shila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Shri Radha Golokananda ki
Jai.
Krishna Balaram ki
Jai.
Gaur Sundar ki
Jai.
Mauritius Yatra Bhakta Vrinda ki Hari Bol.
Svetadvip Das Prabhu ki Jai.
Svetadvip Das Prabhu birthday Mahamotsav ki
Jai.
Mahamotsav आप लोगों की कृपा.
So see you.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. So see you on Thursday now for Shrimopad Lila Katha. Same time, same link, and same password. Hare Krishna. Till then, please stay safe. Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare.